Hi and hello everyone. We are from Group 27. I'm G27. So today I'm going to start with the introduction of our community project. Our initiative is designed to gather recyclable material from WSM students and surrounding communities. The plan was to collect these items and transport them as a group of 6 for proper recycling of each type of material. The materials were taken to recycling kiosks to ensure they are processed accurately through accessible methods. So the goal of the project is to bridge the gap between waste and appropriate recycling, in addition to reducing local waste. So there are few key steps for our project. For the first one is conducting research on local recycling facilities and kiosks, so we have a clear plan for our ongoing efforts. For the second one is encouraging students to contribute recyclable materials, involve designing a poster to inform the community about initiative and outlining the procedure for collection as well as specify the drop-off location. And last but not least, is to gather the material and transport them to the recycling point. Next, for this slide, I'm going to talk about the student engaged in community project on sustainable development. So, for the first one is enhance environmental awareness. So, students gain first-hand knowledge about environmental issues and understand the importance of sustainability. This helping them become more conscious of their ecological footprint. For the second one, this community project develop practical skills. From this community project, it allows students to apply classroom learning to a real-world situation, fostering critical thinking, teamwork, leadership, and problem-solving skills. For the third one is this project contribute to positive change. Students actively participate in making their communities more sustainable, which gives them a sense of purpose and responsibility in addressing global challenges like climate change and resource conservation. Apart from that, this project also build a stronger community connection. This project fosters collaboration between students, local organizations, and residents, which can strengthening social ties and promoting civic engagement. Last but not least, this project inspires long-term commitment. So by seeing the impact of their action, students are more likely to adopt sustainable habits and advance of environmental responsibility throughout their life. So our community project, we have 4 objectives. So for the first one is promote recycling and sustainability. This objective focuses on encouraging individuals and communities to adopt environmentally responsible behavior. So by showcasing creative ways to repurpose waste material and demonstrating how recycling can be seamlessly integrated in daily life, the event highlights the importance of reducing waste, conserving natural resources, and embracing a circular economy. So the event also aims to inspire participants to think critically about their consumption patterns and make more sustainable choices. The second objective for our community project is to support the Drop for Cash initiative. So this program offers rewards for correct waste disposal by allowing participants to exchange recyclable items for cash or rewards. We hope that our event foster even greater awareness, education and motivation for more people to participate in recycling programs like Drop for Cash. Not only do programs like Drop for Cash have the potential to reduce waste going to landfill, they also strengthen the idea of recycle, recyclable as a resource with economic value. They create a concrete connection between sustainability and tangible benefits in our everyday life, and this also helps facilitate further public involvement. And for our third objective is to reduce environmental impact. So a primary goal of the event is to reduce harm to the environment through tangible actions and awareness. This includes waste reduction, carbon reduction, and conservation of water and energy. So by promoting sustainable habits and environmentally friendly alternatives, the event hopes to empower individuals and organizations to consider their environmental footprints and work toward a healthy planet. So for our fourth objective is to educate the public and build community engagement. Education and community engagement is essential for effective and sustainable actions. This particular goal focuses on providing public education regarding environmental issues through workshops, events, and experience. It also aims to build community by engaging the school, community, residents, and organizations in collaborative actions. When people experience how their action has an impact, individually or collectively, they will have a stronger stake and belief in producing a sustaining, actionable, positive change.
Our project brings impact for students and also sustainability development. First, it helps students to learn the value of recycling and how recycling items can reduce waste and landfill in our country. This action has increased the awareness among students about how their action can help to create a more sustainable environment. Our community project also has encouraged responsible behavior and proper waste segregation among students. Next is support sustainability development by aligning with USM Green effort. With the effort of USM students and communities, we are building a cleaner and more sustainable environment. At the same time, the project fosters community engagement for a shared environmental goal. There are a few things we can restart with for a sustainable environment. First, refuse. We can refuse the things that we don't need, like plastic bag and single-use cutlery. This helps stop waste right from the start. Second, reduce. We reduce the items that are harmful to the environment and cannot be recycled. For example, the polystyrene food container. Third, reuse. Before throwing things away, we should think if they can be used again or not, like the plastic bags or food container. Fourth, repurpose. We find other ways to use for an item. For example, old clothes and old clothes can be turned into tote bag. Finally, recycle. For items that cannot be reused and repurposed, we can recycle them so they can become something new. By following these 5R steps, we are making simple choices that build a better and sustainable future.
Okay, thank you, Faustina. My name is Ransawani binti Abdullah Hassid. Now, I will be sharing some practical advice based on our group experience in this community project. First, it is very important to start with proper planning and research. Before we begin collecting the materials for recycle, we took time to research the perfect place to go. We blessed the poster for collection in USM, and then it's advisable to always do your homework. Planning beforehand. Planning makes the process more efficient and avoid unnecessary confusion later. Second, don't underestimate the power of visual communication. Our group create a simple but clear and eye-catching poster to promote the project. We include the key information like what items to recycle, where is the drop off going to be, and what's the deadline. This helped us a lot in reach out to more students, and many of them were interested just because how this message was be presented. So make sure to make your campaign visible and understandable. Third is always embrace teamwork and flexibility. Every member in our group had different roles and ideas. We learned to divide tasks fairly, support each other when someone in a trouble. This has not only made the project successful, but also made the process much smoother and enjoyable. So, trust your team and communicate openly. No misunderstanding happen. Lastly, don't afraid to be creative. Recycling can seem to be boring sometimes, but think of a creative way to make it interesting. For example, this thing which is trash to treasure. We collect all the recycle things and convert it into trash. These ideas make the experience much fun and encourage more participants. Now let's reflect to the some key takeaway from this project. Firstly, we saw that a small community project can create a real positive empowerment effect. Even though our team is just a small group of students, we are able to reduce local waste and raise awareness. Thus, this proves that no action is too small when it comes to sustainability. Not only that, this project helped us a lot in develop the important soft skills, especially in teamwork, leadership, communication, and problem solving. We didn't just focus on recycling or just go to that places. We also learned to plan, organize, and coordinate, and also overcome some small obstacles along the way. These skills are that we carry us beyond in our university life. Last but not least, everyone's play parts in their own tasks. We've learned that sustainability is a shared responsibility, from the people who donate recyclable materials to the teammate who promote the initiative. This project showed us how collective effort leads to some bigger change. So, in short, this project is not just only about collecting recyclable materials. It's about creating change, spread awareness, and growing as responsible individuals. That this kind of impact that lasts longer than just in one event. It's we witness the ripple effect that caught everyone's attention, that sparked interest in everyone's mind.
In conclusion, this initiative demonstrated a meaningful step toward promoting environmental responsibility within the USCM community and its surrounding area. By researching local recycling options, creating informative materials such as posters, and organize the collection and transportation of recyclable items, our team was able to facilitate a smooth and effective recycling process. The use of accessible recycling kiosks ensured that each material was handled appropriately, reducing the chance of contamination and improper disposal. Most importantly, this project aimed to bridge the gap between waste generation and sustainable waste management by actively involving students and encouraging a culture of recycling. Through this collective effort, we not only reduce local waste but also foster greater awareness about the importance of recycling and environmental care for the better of the community and future generation. Thank you. The Recycling Product Carnival held on 17 June 2025 aimed to raise awareness about sustainable living through the power of recycling. It showcased how ordinary, unusable items can be creatively repurposed into functional and aesthetic products. Visitors explored a variety of upcycle creations, including tissue and brush holders made from beverage cooler bags, as well as tote bags crafted from old clothes and aprons. Through interactive exhibits and fun activities, participants learn how small changes in our purchasing and discarding habit can lead to a big positive impact on the environment. The carnival inspired students and the public to embrace sustainability through creativity, encouraging everyone to take small but meaningful action in their daily life. Overall, it was a fun, educational and impactful event for all ages, promoting a cleaner and greener future.
The first one being waste control. We can use waste like to spread information on how we can reuse stuff we already have at home and how we can reduce the waste we create. So by that we can reuse, reduce and recycle. And the second one is to promote sustainability. We can do this by creating posters, like informing smaller communities like family, friends, classmates, anyone. Especially for our group, we made posters where we posted them online and also around campus, so we can like spread the information of the carnival being held and also information on like our group project, the second part of the group project. And the third one is the institutional impact. So we can normalize sustainability by banning plastics from campus, such as plastic bags, plastic containers, plastic straws, and we can find innovative ways where we can switch plastic food containers to students bringing in their own containers, especially in smaller cafes where plastic is the main packaging that is being used. So for the first one, it would be educational influence. So when students actively join events like sustainability carnivals, it turns ideas into actions. For example, a single upcycled t-shirt, like an old t-shirt, can seem small, but when hundreds participate, it creates measurable waste reduction. So most importantly, it sends a clear message to the university. So sustainability matters to students pushing for bigger reforms like campus-wide plastic bans or recycling programs. The second point would be peer influence spreads awareness. So when students listen to each other or when classmates proudly like use their upcycled creations, it sparks curiosity and it normalizes eco-friendly habits faster as everyone is participating. So even like sharing their DIY projects on social media can like inspire a dozen more to rethink waste creating, and this could make a ripple effect of awareness. So this is gonna make it widespread and more noticeable among other students. So for the third one, it's hands-on learning sticks for life. So reading about sustainability isn't the same as making something from scratch. By transforming waste into useful items such as like a tote bag, a tissue holder, anything recycled, this can give students like insight on how you can reuse these things. So for these practical experiences, they shape long-term behaviors, turning today's participants into tomorrow's environmentally conscious leaders, entrepreneurs, and voters. So by this way, we can find ways to reduce, reuse, and recycle our waste. And just by hands-on learning, it could really stick for life and it could create smaller habits that will stay with you.
What can students learn from the Sustainability Carnival? First, they can practice their sustainability skills, direct experience into transforming waste materials into useful products. For example, they can turn paper bags into tissue holder. Second, they can learn about leadership and advocacy skills. They can raise awareness about sustainability and encourage environmentally friendly actions. They can also encourage eco-friendly habits. Third, critical thinking and problem-solving skills. They can discover ways to convert waste into practical products or create solutions to address sustainability challenges. What is the impact and implications for the Sustainability Carnival? For students impaired, they can develop creative and innovative skills. They can also engage in hands-on learning. They can also strengthen teamwork and collaboration.
For public community, they can raise awareness about recycling, promote sustainability practice, and they can educate on environmental conservation. And for university, they can support student skills development, foster community engagement, and enhance institutional reputation.